I'll be sharing 4 powerful business and productivity tools with lifetime deals so you never have to pay for them again. These deals are available on AppSumo, but will be going away soon. So if you think you ever need a tool like the ones I'm going to share with you, then keep watching and consider picking one of them up. And this video is sponsored by AppSumo, who lets me pick which tools I want to test out from their website. I only make videos for tools I would personally use and I think are worth sharing. If you take audio notes, you know how unorganized it can be. Voice notes without context saved in a recording app, or an audio file in a note taker. But luckily with this tool, you can upload your voice notes or audio files and automatically convert it to text so you have actually useful and organized information. So this tool is FlipNer, and you can speak to write articles, boost your writing speed by 10 times. It's a pocket-sized writing assistant, content hub, turn audio into articles faster than ever in your style. So just scrolling down just to show you some of the different features that you can do, things like collecting your thoughts and ideas into FlipNer notes. You can see that it actually uses this Trello style board, which I'll show you in a minute. You can transform scattered thoughts into organized notes and merge notes into easily usable text with just one click. With FlipNer, you can adopt your thoughts into styled text, tailor the style of each note or final text as you prefer. There's 10 plus styles, including business, technical, and journalistic. So what FlipNer can do is it can take your text and then use AI to be able to just make it cleaner. So if you're a busy note taker and you just kind of jot things down, it'll take that unorganized thought and then turn it into something that's more coherent using AI. You can edit and rewrite text for your different notes. Scrolling down a little bit more, why is FlipNer cool? Has over 30 plus languages, 10 tone styles, AI mobile app. So that's one of the cool things about FlipNer is that you can take these notes from your phone, which is typically how you'd be doing an audio note anyways. So really cool, and I'll show you that in just a minute. It's pretty user-friendly. You can turn speech into ready-made articles and notes in minutes, and then you can efficiently and easily edit those snippets within the FlipNer app. These are some use cases that you might use FlipNer as an influencer, blog author, copywriter, if you're just ideas and for content generation, news writer, or if you're writing just for yourself and don't have a professional writing background, you can use FlipNer as a writing assistant. Some of these features I personally don't find very useful, and it feels a little bit gimmicky. Things like translating to different languages. I don't know when people would be doing that, or the AI feature that will rewrite your notes. I think the primary thing that I would use FlipNer for is just taking audio notes. If I wanted to record something and have my thoughts put into text, I could see this being really useful. Some of the other features though, I don't really see a big use case for that. So I have the FlipNer app pulled up on my phone here, and I'm just going to give this a test. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to click on this button and then click on live audio. So now I'm just going to be talking about whatever. I'm going to be talking about my day. So today I woke up and the first thing that I did was I got out of bed and I had some coffee and breakfast. I have a new baby, so I was playing with the baby for a little bit. I've been sick, so I didn't want to get too close to the baby, but I really want to give my baby lots of kisses pretty soon. So I hope that I get better. And then all I need to do is press stop. And now what it's going to do is it's going to take that audio and then transcribe it for us. Now, one of the things that I don't really like about FlipNer is that it is going to not give me exactly what I say. It's going to use what I said and then use some AI to modify it slightly and just kind of make it maybe a little bit more coherent or put it into its own. So you can see here the text says, and I'm just going to click on edit so I can see it. I'm just going to chat about random things like my day. Today I woke up, got out of bed, had some coffee and breakfast. I have a new baby, so I spent time playing with them. I've been unwell, so I kept my distance to keep them safe, but I can't wait to shower them with kisses once I'm better. Then all I have to do is hit start. So you can see that I never said shower them with kisses, but the AI, from what it heard from that audio, it transcribed it and then said shower them with kisses. So I could technically just go into that audio note and then just say, can't wait to give them kisses once I'm better. And you can see that I was rambling a bit during that audio and it cleaned it up for me. So let's say I already recorded some audio. I could just click on the audio file and then I can choose a file from my phone. And let's say I go to my files. And if I click on, let's say my videos, let's say I recorded a video somewhere. So it really can't be anything big for a video file. It should really just be audio files. So if you go to the files section, click on audio, and then whatever audio files that you have recorded in your phone, you could use those. Clicking on add snippet, we could do a text snippet or what's called a subtitle. So I'm just going to say hello world, add snippet. Or if we do a text snippet, do hello world, add snippet. So this one looks almost like it's a header for a column. And then when we click on the snippet, we could rewrite it if we want. So we could do, let's say, journalistic and then rewrite. The output output is going to be greetings, global readers, or we can go down and select something that's more publicist and rewrite. It says greetings, global community. So again, like I said, some of these features like the AI is a little bit gimmicky. I really do like the feature though of just going to the FlipNer app, clicking on add snippet, doing a live audio, and then whenever I want to talk about something like this video, I can just record whatever I need. And let's say I'm rambling a little bit and I don't really know what I want to talk about. This thing is automatically just going to organize all of my thoughts for me and make it very easy to just go back and unramble what I am trying to talk about. Just click on stop, and then within a few seconds, it'll take that audio and then give me a text that'll be a little bit more coherent. So pretty cool tool. If you're a designer or like visually brainstorming, you've probably heard of Figma or Miro. Well, with this tool, you'll never have to pay a monthly fee for Figma or Miro again. So this tool is Pixo, and like I mentioned before, it's a Figma and Miro alternative. So if you ever wanted the premium features from a tool like Figma or Miro and didn't want to pay a monthly fee anymore, this lifetime deal is pretty good for that. So scrolling down, you can see what it looks like. This is your whiteboard, so very similar to Miro, and then this is the Figma type of design editor. So you can very easily edit and collaborate with multiple people. Again, those would be premium features that you would have to pay for on Figma or Miro, but you get that in this deal. Again, you can have multiple people and swap between the whiteboard or the design feature. Some of the features are things like real-time collaboration. You can get everybody focused on the same goal. So you can see here on the left what it looks like to collaborate with multiple people on your designs. Has an intelligent UI design tool so you can quickly acquire professional skills. So if you are, let's say, developing an app and you wanted to have specific type of functions for buttons and toggles and switches and stuff, you can do that within the design feature. Has a high fidelity prototype and interactive animation display. So if you wanted to, let's say, click on something and then have something happen, you can do that. So you can see here, this person is linking that little button with that. And when you click on that, it'll pull up that thing right there. With link delivery, you can just share the project file that you're working on and then share that with whoever. And then the online whiteboard features. So from ideation to execution. So have all the collaboration features within the whiteboard. Now, I'm not a designer. I can't speak too much on the design capabilities of this tool. When you log into Pixo, this is what it looks like. We can create a new design file or a new whiteboard. If I click on one of these design files, you can see what one of these examples looks like. So you can see here some common features. If we were to expand that, we could see all these different features that you could expect probably from Miro. And then there's also the canvas operation. So use and move your hand tools, add, comment, and send objects to the back. You see here, we can just move things around, or we can either select specific things and move those around as well. On the right-hand side, you can see some of the different design features, the handoff, the prototype. Again, I'm not a designer, so I can't really speak too well on these different features within the design tool. You can see different layers that you might use if you are designing something like a website. You can do UI design for apps as well. If you need a little bit of inspiration, what's cool about Pixo is that they have their own community. So when I clicked on that community tab, it takes us to the Pixo resource community. And then you can scroll down and you can see all these different types of designs that have been made within Pixo. The cool thing about Pixo as well is that you can import a lot of the same tools that you would be using, like Figma, directly into Pixo. That way you can have that cross functionality. For example, on the Pixo homepage, you can see here, no more tool switching hassle. So with Pixo, it integrates things like Figma, Sketch, Axure, XD, SVG, and you can do all of these different types of file formats within Pixo. Like I showed you, they have a resource community, so you can use other people's or share your own resources with other people. Going back into the Pixo app, we have the whiteboard feature. So I have a whiteboard that I already created, and then you can see I have this template that was created similar to what you can do on Miro. You can do the same thing here. If I click on the templates, we have all these different templates that we can choose from. If I like something, I can preview it, or we could use it. So if I like this, I'm just going to click on use, and then what I'm just going to do is I'm going to drop that there, just like that. And then if I want to zoom in, I can zoom in, and now we have this thing full of emojis. So we could do a little scavenger hunt or whatever this is. Zooming in, zooming out. You can see we could zoom out quite a bit. Same features that you could expect from within Miro, but the nice thing about Pixo is that you can have the premium features of Miro and have that within this tool. So we have section frames, text, sticky notes, shapes, and there's a shape library, connecting tools, draw tool, this little tree diagram, tables, this thing called blocks, which doesn't want to load, this thing called card, as well as Kanban templates. If we click on more tools, we can see some other tools that we can also use as well. And then there is a resource library over on the left here with things like stickers, illustrations, emojis, text files, graphic combinations. So just more things that we can play around with. There's also an AI assistant. So what you can do is you can ask it a question. So you can generate some text. You can see here, if I type, give me a list of of things to do in France, for example. It'll give me a ChatGPT text, and if I wanted to, I could then just click and add that to Canvas, and now we have our AI text that was generated. So if you want to save yourself the hassle of using ChatGPT to copy something over and then paste it into here, you just use the AI feature and paste whatever text you want directly into this like that. We can change the text to be whatever we want. So if I want to copy that, and let's say we do an H1 header and then space this out, we can do stuff like that as well. We can generate AI images directly from this tool, and they also have AI gallery, it looks like, or we can create something similar. So if I just clicked on create similar, and then I can select things like the rendering model, we can change the dimensions for this. Let's say we wanted it 9:16 for something like TikTok, and then just click on start. So I'm just going to collapse this and scroll back out. Doesn't look like it started, so I'm just going to click on start again. So it's being a little bit buggy, and that's fine. I personally think that the AI image generation within this tool is a little bit gimmicky. I think everybody's just trying to throw in different AI use cases into whatever tool, things like an AI writer or an AI image generator. Maybe you find that very useful. For me, I think I just like the idea of being able to do things like generating a mind map. So we can use AI to generate a mind map. We can use AI to generate a flowchart, or we can just use the AI chat feature. Maybe using AI to generate a mind map could be pretty cool. So it has some different types of use cases. So let's say for a flowchart, I'm just going to select one of these prompts, which is customer order management process, and let's see how the AI generates a flowchart for us. So just like that, it has generated some type of flowchart. I'm not too sure how good this flowchart is though. We have receive customer order, check order details. Is the product available? If yes, update the inventory. Is payment received? If no, then you're supposed to go back. So it seems like it's a little bit wonky of a flowchart. Again, kind of throwing AI into places that maybe are a little bit gimmicky, that haven't been fully developed. But I think for the primary functions of these tools, which are Figma and Miro replacements, I think that this tool is a good lifetime deal. This next tool is a game changer for productivity. You can create a personal dashboard using live snapshots of any app or website that stays up to date automatically. When I saw this tool, I got very excited. This is CaptureMe. It allows you to be able to capture the web, create a personal dashboard using live snapshots of any app or website that stays up to date automatically. And you can see on the website, there's a demo. So how it works, you can capture snapshots of any website. So on the right here, it shows you an example of what that looks like. So let's say you wanted to get the weather, you could take a snapshot of the weather and then capture just that little section of the site. Number 2 is all your live snapshots in your dashboard. So that weather, for example, from up here, we can then move that into a dashboard and have that specific piece of that website in a dashboard for us. And then number 3, your data is always fresh. So CaptureMe auto refreshes your snapshots with live data every time you open your dashboard. So it's a very simple tool, but it has a lot of use cases. So this is what it looks like when you log into the app. It's very, very simple. You have your dashboard. So I've got one that I already created where I took some snapshots, and I'll just show you how to be able to take the snapshots. It's very easy. So you can create a new dashboard, and then you're allowed up to 10 snapshots within that dashboard. And depending on the plan, you can increase that as well. When you scroll down, it'll show you some examples of dashboards you could create, things like for a marketing dashboard. So if I click on that, we've got some different marketing dashboards that you could use. This one's a sales reporting dashboard, a crypto dashboard. So these are just some different cool ways that you could use it. A sports betting comparison tool, product dashboard. This is just to give you some different ideas of things that you can do. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to name this dashboard Julian test. So let's say I wanted to get a snapshot of the price of a specific type of cryptocurrency, and I didn't want to go to this website and scroll all the way down and try to find it, or maybe I didn't want to bookmark it and open up my bookmarks every day. What I can do is I can just create a snapshot of that specific coin. So let's say, whatever, this one, we click on that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my extensions and then just click on the CaptureMe extension and take a snapshot. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this information right here. That's all I want. I want to see, what is the rank, what is the price, and then I'm going to save this to my dashboard. Now it's going to take us back to our dashboard just like that, and then our snapshot has been loaded right there. Now we can see on the right hand side, we can do things like visit the source. It also has the date and time that the snapshot was taken, and if I wanted to, I can go and let's say we're going to get a different one. Now let's say I want the trending stuff over here. So now I'm just going to go click on my extension again, take another snapshot and click on the largest gainers and trending, copy those and bring it over to my dashboard. So if I want, I can visit the source and it'll take me to that specific page, or this one, visit the source and it'll take us to that one. You can see that this crypto, the price has changed. It's now $1.44. And then on the dashboard, it shows $1.46. But if I was to go back to this dashboard, click on refresh. So let's say we're visiting this dashboard for the day, we can just click on refresh all, and now it'll refresh all of these snippets. Just like that. Now it's captured a fresh section of the website, and it is the most up-to-date, showing you $1.44, and that it is $1.44. So it's a very simple tool that is very cool. If you use Google Chrome, this might just be the best productivity tool for browsing. This tool is called Sidekick, and it's a productivity browser for focused work. Now, I don't typically like talking about browsers because I use Google Chrome. I love all of the extensions that Google Chrome has, but there are some downsides to using Google Chrome. So I was very hesitant at first about this tool until I saw that it wasn't a replacement for Google Chrome, but it's actually built on top of Chrome to make it a better browsing experience. And I've been using Sidekick now, and I honestly can't go back to not having Sidekick as my browser. When you scroll down on the page, you can see some of the primary features of this tool, things like lightning fast. Sidekick is actually 3 times faster than Chrome thanks to tab suppression and memory optimization. It's also private, so it blocks data grabbing, ads, and trackers, and it never sells your data. So when you're using Chrome, the reason why you can use a tool like Chrome and it's free is because your data is being sold to Google, and then they are targeting you with ads across the web. But with Sidekick, they actually block out all of those ads, making your browsing experience faster and more pleasurable. And then it has a lot of productivity features to make your working experience more streamlined. It provides quick access to apps, docs, messengers, and search for those who work in a browser. If we click on the features section, we can see all of the different use cases, things like productivity, focus and ADHD, performance and privacy, and organizing your life. For productivity, it has an apps sidebar. So I'm actually using Sidekick in my day-to-day. You can see I have a bunch of different apps and I've muted them. So on the left-hand side, you can see I've actually got some emails that came in, but because I'm recording videos, I don't need these notifications, so I would rather just mute my notifications. And you can also do things like muting for specific periods of time. But you can see right here, I've got all my tabs on the top. But if I wanted to, let's say, go to my calendar, I can just click on the app and it's going to pull up my calendar, but it doesn't create a new tab for me. I still have all my tabs over here. It's just these are applications that I might more frequently use. But what's really convenient about that is before I would typically have multiple tabs open, one for my personal email, one for my business email, one for my personal calendar, and one for my business calendar. And that's 4 tabs right there. And maybe I have a Google Drive for personal and business open. So now that's 6 tabs, a lot of tabs taking up a lot of space. But having the apps on the left, I can do things like click on this one and I've got my business YouTube. So things related to my business channel and this YouTube account. And I also have my personal YouTube. So you can sign into different accounts and have different applications for those different accounts. You have a global search and commands. So if I open up a new tab, you can see here, there's this little search bar. If I was to type into here, let's say tools for, and then it's going to give me different things. I can do a search to Google or different things that I typically use. So tools for business. So one of my Google Sheets, tools for business, or an outline for a video, or different things that I've looked up online, or anything that just is tools for. You can see that this search bar blends in your applications as well as your search history, making it easy for you to just go and find whatever. And then it'll push whatever it thinks or whatever you use more frequently to the top. Split view is a pretty cool feature. You can see on the top right here, if I click on the split view and then select a different tab, now I've got, let's say, AppSumo pulled up and I've got this website on the right. And then if I move this over to the left, now we've got that on the left and AppSumo on the right. So just very easy to just kind of move things around just like that. And then turning that off, you just click and now you're back. Tasks allow you to be able to put specific things that you need to work on. So let's say if I click on over here, collection and tasks, and go over to the task section, you can add in, let's say, record video. You know, that's what I'm doing today. And I've got my record video task for today. And then if I go to yesterday, no more tasks, but I've got my task for today, such as record video. So let's say I'm finished recording. I just click on that. And now I have completed my task for the day. I'm just going to close my tasks. Now we have the focus on ADHD. So it has a distraction blocker built into it. If you go to a specific website, you can select whatever date and time you want to not be visiting these specific websites. I click over here and just kind of show you what that looks like. If we go down to distraction blocker, I can activate distraction blocker. And then I can say, you know, during my working hours, don't go to YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, for example. We have keep your focus. So transform your tab-filled browser into a sleek single window to stay focused on work, block all notifications and concentrate on the task at hand. So like I showed you, we can turn the notifications on or off, and then we can enter focus mode. And now that we're on focus mode, there's no more tabs. Nothing is here. It's just the thing that I'm working on. And then to leave focus mode, all I need to do is enter the short key, and now I'm back and I've got all my tabs. There's an AI-powered ad blocker. So let's say we were to go and look up, let's say, the news, and then you were to click on any of these websites. You can see here, we typically get a lot of advertisements. It just says advertising. We scroll down, just more advertising, but typically that would be cluttered with different ads. If we want the ads to actually show up, we can just go over here and then uncheck this, block ad trackers for this. And all you need to do is refresh the page and you're going to have your ads ads back. It also blocks ads on YouTube, so you don't see those as well. For example, if I go to YouTube and I click on a video, I would have an ad that would be showing right here, but you can see right now it is black, but I still need to technically click on skip in order to play the video. You have a built-in calendar integration, so it can tell you from your browser 2 minutes before a meeting starts. Then you have the performance and privacy features, things like a tab suspender. So you can see here, when I click on a new tab, we have all of the blocked ads, 2,359 blocked ads, 14% of the blocked requests, and then typically it'll show me how much data I have saved by using Sidekick. So you can see here, it'll show you how much saved memory you have. That saved memory happens because it's turning off different tabs, putting them to sleep, allowing you to have a faster experience while browsing the web. So one of the problems when you're using Chrome or any of these other browsers is if you have dozens of tabs open, your experience is going to be slower, and then you're going to have to close out of everything, restart your cookies, stuff like that. But with Sidekick, it will automatically put those tabs to sleep. That way you can have a faster performance. It has fingerprint defense and a VPN. So when you are going to specific websites, you can turn on a VPN. So let's say you wanted a VPN only when you go to Netflix, or maybe whenever you're going onto your bank accounts. You don't need to keep a VPN on all the time. You can just have the VPN assigned to specific websites, which is a really cool feature. It also saves you from having to pay for a subscription service like NordVPN. And then you have the organize your life features, things like sessions. Now, sessions is probably one of the biggest features that I use with Sidekick. For example, you can see I have a bunch of tabs open over here because I've been recording videos all day. Let's say I have a different session. If I open up this little tab section and then go over to production, these are my tabs just for my production schedule. So I've got things like my project management tool, a couple of different Google Sheets available, and whatever tabs I want to have opened, I can just have these over here. And then if I want to go back to, let's say, my recording, now I've got all the tabs related to recording this video that I have. You can see on the bottom left, when I click on that, it pulls open my sessions. So I could just, again, I can click on any of these and pull up any of these sessions. Let's say I wanted one just for browsing. I've got that. I can rename this if I want. And this is, let's say, a recording, change it to whatever I want to be, just like that. And then you can switch between all of your different sessions and you can see my tabs changing. What's nice though, if you know the short keys, then you can just kind of swap between all the different tabs. So this just makes it very productive to just go and say, okay, I want to go to my recording one, and now I'm just going to go to my production one, and then I'm going to go to browsing, just like that. So sessions is one of the key features that I really like about this tool. Next, you have workspaces, so you can separate side projects from everyday routine and your life from work. Create different spaces for any purpose. Your workspace will have your own accounts, cookies, tabs, apps, and settings. So let's say I have my workspace right here, which is my business and personal life, just kind of commingled. But let's say I had a job that had specific apps that I needed to log into, and I didn't want that associated with things that I do personally. So if I click on the top right over here, and you can see this uses Google Chrome, but now there's another feature called Workspace. If I add a workspace, let's just call this Job Test 2. And now you can see this is a fresh workspace, and I can add whatever apps I want. Let's say we use Asana as our project management tool. And let's say, I have one account. If I want, I can add multiple accounts with the Pro feature. But let's say I have Asana, and now I'm going to add in, let's say we have a Discord that we share, and maybe we also have a Slack that we share. We can add in all of these different applications to our workspace. And then whenever I want to go back to my personal workspace, I can just click and go back. And now I have all my apps that are just related to my personal life. And then this tool is called Collections. So Collections, if I click on the bottom left here, and then on the collection section, this is where you can do things like organize your docs, bookmarks, and powerful collections, and share them with your team or friends to create a knowledge base that is always with you everywhere. So this is basically like a shared bookmark where you can share specific things, share documents, share passwords, whatever you want to share in a collection. You can either have this for yourself or share it with other people. So by adding on teammates who are also using Sidekick, you can now have a shared experience all within this one collection area.
I gotta say, I am really impressed.
If you want to see lifetime deals on cool new software just like these before they disappear, then turn on notifications and watch this video next to see another lifetime deal before it goes away soon.